Right, year two, step 2 to make your sun and moon picture is to now paint it. So you've got this far with your picture and now it's time to paint. To do this, you will need some paint. You'll need white, black, yellow, red and blue. You'll need a pot with just a little bit of water in. You'll need a clean plate so that you can mix your colours. You'll need test paper to try out the colours that you're making. Tissue to wash your brush and a fine paintbrush. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, you need to take your painting, and the first thing you're going to do is to paint the features on the face, the eyelids and the lips. And to do this, you're going to need a pink colour. So we need to mix the paints ready for that. So take your paints, your mixing plate and your water pot and your tissue. Okay, so I want to mix the red and the white together to make a pink colour. So we wet our brush, stroke on the side, scoop up your red paint onto the mixing plate, just a little bit more, and then I need to change colours. So remember, I wash my brush on the bottom, stroke on the side, wipe on my tissue, check that the brush is clean, take my white paint and mix the two colours together. And remember, on my test paper, I just try out that colour to see that I'm happy with it, and I am. So I take back my painting, and here I go. So I'm just going to, remember, use the tip of your brush so that the paint doesn't go over the edges of the line. Tip of the brush, around the edges and then the inside. And I'm going to do the same with this eyebrow here, the eyelid here and the lips here. Okay, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to leave you to do that. The next stage will be to do the stars on this side. So remember, you need to wash your brush, stroke it on the side, wipe your brush, and then I'm just going to use my yellow to paint the stars. Remember, using the tip of the brush so that the colour doesn't go over the lines. Okay, there we go, and you can finish off yours. The next stage will be to paint the sun's rays and the face of the sun. Okay, and to do this, I'm going to blend two colours together. I'm going to blend the yellow and the red together. So let me show you how to do this. So first of all, I need to make sure my brush is clean, wash it on the bottom, stroke on the side, wipe your brush and check that it's clean. Okay, to blend colours, I'm going to just mix them together, but I'm not going to clean my brush in between. So watch carefully. So I'm going to add red, just a little bit of red, and yellow on top. Now I know I always say don't mix the colours on the plate, but when you blend, it's okay. Just make sure that you leave the paint nice and clean on one side. You just blend on one side so the colour doesn't mix totally. And what you're going to do is you're just going to paint those two colours together. And it gives you a blended effect. So let me go again, red, yellow, and you can see the two colours aren't completely mixed. In some bits it's very red, in some bits it's more yellow. And this is the effect that you want to create. So let me just show you one more time. Red, yellow, mixed together. Now can you see I've got a very red ray there. So what I might want to do is add just a little bit more yellow. So I can change how much red, how much yellow there is. So when I do the face, I think in the corner I would like to start off with it being very red. And then I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to make it lighter as it goes along, a bit more yellow. Okay, so the colour's changing, a bit more red in the corner, and then I'm going to add yellow on the further side. Okay, so year 1, oh no, sorry, year 2, you need to blend your yellow and your red to paint the rays of the sun and the face of the sun. That's your next step. Again, I'm not going to complete that now, I'll leave you to do that. Okay, once you've painted the sun, it's time to look at the background. So the background of the sun and the background of the moon. Okay, so let's do the sun first. To do the sun, I'm going to paint a pink colour. Okay, and if you remember, I'd already mixed my pink colour, so I can continue using that. So here I go. And remember, when you're painting, you want to make your strokes go in one direction. So you use the tip of the brush when you're going around the edges, and then move in one direction across the main parts. Okay? If you run out of paint, you can make some more, that's fine. Okay? So you want to paint all of these sections around the sun, your background. Okay. When you do the night sky over on this side, you need to use a black, but you don't want a really dark black. So what you're going to do to make your black a lighter colour is you're going to mix the black paint with water. And so you'll create a wash which will make the paint lighter. And to do this, you need to add plenty of water to your brush, scoop up some black, put it onto your mixing plate, and then keep adding water. And this will give your paint a wash effect. Let me try that out on my test paper. Now that's still a little bit too dark, so I'm going to add more water. Let me try again. I still want it lighter, I think. More water. I want the paint to be almost grey. Okay, I'm happy with that now. So I'm going to take all of these bits away. And on the background, here I go. Remember, I'm moving in one direction right across the page. Okay, if you need to, you may need to add more paint or more water. It's up to you to decide. And remember, tip of your brush when going around the edges and moving in one direction. Okay, so that's for your night sky background. One point I've forgotten to do is the moon. I haven't painted the moon face. Now when I do the moon, I want to use a light blue colour. So again, I'm going to mix my paints. I'm going to mix the blue and the white together to make a light blue. So again, I need my paints, I need my mixing plate, and I need my water pot. So I'm going to clean my brush, stroke on the side, wipe my brush, check that my brush is clean. I'm going to use my blue onto my mixing plate, a little bit more. And then I'm going to clean my brush. This time I don't want to mix my paints up. Stroke it on the side, wipe my brush and add some white to make a nice light blue colour. Okay, let me try that light blue colour on my test paper. Yes, I'm happy with that colour. I take my paints out of the way. Here I go. So, tip of my brush around the outside and then moving the paint across the page. Tip of my brush and then nice long strokes in one direction. So it's fine to cover over those features because you can paint over those later at the end when you've finished. Okay, so year 2, those are all the sections of your picture you're going to be painting, and I will leave you to get on with that. Once you have painted all of those sections, you should have a picture that looks something like this. And the last step you need to do is to go over the features with your black pen. So, for example, you need to go around the edge to make that black pen mark stand out. Remember, you may well have painted over lots of the sections of the black, so you just need to make them stand out by drawing around them now. It will make the features nice and clear. Okay, all of those sections you need to draw around. And once you have drawn around your whole picture with your black pen, your painting is now finished and you've learnt to draw and paint a sun and moon picture. Well done, Year 2. I look forward to seeing your work. Bye-bye.